I'm Dr. Michael Abernathy, and I'd like to take you down a trip, help you understand what real marketing is. Now, I think most of us think of marketing as being a campaign, a postcard campaign or a website or a internet marketing or a billboard or whatever it is. I ran across a doctoral dissertation on how patients choose a dentist, okay? How they judge them, how they choose them, why they stay with them. And so they posed this question to 65,000 households in 7 states. Now, we all know that 92% of all appointments are made by females. And so we're getting the input of the whole family here. And so I'm guessing there was hundreds of thousands of people they talked to. Now, before we start, I want you to think about this because there are surprising things that they never mentioned. They didn't say, do you have a 3D Cobeam? Or do you have a CAD/CAM generated crown making machine? Or did you graduate from Harvard? Or, there's a lot of things that they never mentioned. But in the whole time we're talking about this, I want you to remember, this isn't me telling you this. This is the patient telling you. This is why they choose you. Now, I will give you a caveat here in that this is not in the order of importance. It's in the order of this doctoral dissertation. Each topic represented 60 to 90 pages of data. And that data was gelled down for me into just one sentence for you. And so we'll go through this fairly quickly. So let's get started here. Number 1, prompt new patient exam. Now, I know how doctors and hygienists filter, but they didn't say cleaning here. It didn't say emergency. Okay. Prompt new patient exam. What they said was within 48 hours. Now, they did talk about emergency patients, new patient, first time they came there, cleaning, all that stuff. They did talk about it, and I'm gonna tell you what they said. But prompt new patient exam, 48 hours. Emergency patients, what they said. Same day, as soon as you can get them in. Now, the new patient, and this is going to create a standard or a benchmark for you because you need to watch this because what they said here, they described something called peak demand times and a very limited time to get them in. Okay, here's what they said. If I call in and ask to come in as a new patient, I expect to get in within 4 to 10 days. That's not work days. 4 to 10 days. Let's say you work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The very 4 days that nobody wants to come in, right? Okay, so they call Thursday. That's the first day. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's already 4 days before you get back to work on Monday. And by Saturday, your opportunity is gone. But there was a caveat to this. It wasn't just 4 to 10 days. It was 4 to 10 days within peak demand times. Now, what's a peak demand time? Okay, it's early and late. Any front desk person answers the phone. When does the patient want to come in? Early or late? Mainly late. Or Saturdays. So it's 7 till 9 and about 3 to 5 or 6 Saturdays. You think about it, a lot of communities, dual income families. I practiced in McKinney, Texas. It was kind of a bedroom community. These folks would drop their kids at school. They left McKinney, drove to Dallas. Oftentimes they had dentistry done near their work because they couldn't leave work, do it, go back to work. Okay, it was a 30, 40-minute commute. So it was more convenient. If we weren't open or we had not been open on Saturdays, if we had not had 11 hygienists, if we had not continued, we would never have gotten those patients. So prompt new patient exam, 48 hours, emergency, same day, but new patients, 4 to 10 days during peak demand times. Most of you spend more time out of the office than being in the office. That is exactly the wrong way. You're just handing your practice to a corporate practice. Okay. Number 2, staff warm and helpful. I think probably if we had the staff sitting in front of us and I asked, are you guys warm and helpful? They go, well, of course we are. Okay, the bad news here is the only person who gets to vote is, the patient. Okay, and it's no good to do just the golden rule anymore. I mean, it goes far, it's far deeper than the golden rule. It's not do unto others as you be done unto. It's do unto others as they would be done unto. Now, for me, I mean, if we think about personality styles, I'm kind of a driver. And so for me, you just say, Mike, you got a cracked tooth, probably going to need a crown. It's going to take about an hour. It's going to cost $1,000. I go, you sure you can get it done in an hour? Yep. Going to cost $1,000? Yep. Let's go do it. That's all you have to do. But an expressive would be totally different. You'd show them photographs of, hey, Julie, take a look at your teeth, take a look at this picture. And they're going, oh my gosh, what did you take that picture of? He says, that's not your picture. That's a patient we had 3 weeks ago. Oh my gosh. He said, let me show you one other thing. Take a look at these 2 pictures. Before, after. No way. These are the same people. Yeah. Wow. Gosh, she does look like me, her teeth too. I said, is that expensive? I said, yeah, it's about the cost of a small car. And they're going, oh yeah, that's what I figured. And they're looking and go, is there any way that you could figure out what that cost to for me? Okay, that's the expressive. Analytics, I used to carry in my pocket a little 4 gig drive, and it had dental materials, all sorts of dental crap on it, 600-700 pages. Because we lived in McKinney, Raytheon, TI, Nortel, all these engineers that would come into our office, and they wanted to know, what is the shear and compressive strength of a disilicate block when milled in a CAD/CAM machine and I'm going, I couldn't talk to them. And I would go, I am so glad you asked. And I would hand them that drive and say, this is yours. Talks about all that. And they'd take that drive to the front, and they were like going, oh, I can't believe that, that I got this, you got in step with them. So again, staff warm and helpful meant more than just being courteous. It was getting in step with their personalities. Okay. The next one's highest standard of sterilization and general cleanliness of the office. And in this case, when I read the documents that described this, it was far more the general cleanliness of the office. Walt Disney called it 5 sensing. They would blindfold you, take you into a room, and it might be a ride that they're going to purchase for Disney Euro or Disneyland, Disney World. It's going to cost $50, $60 million. And they want to find out whether this is a good ride, but they don't let you see it. So they blindfold you, take you in. They want you to 5 sense it. They want to know what it smells like, it feels like, taste, hear, everything except the sight, because they want the right and left brain to connect. Now, why is that important? Well, when you have to make a buying decision or a decision to, refer somebody or say something nice, what Disney says, you got to do what you do so well that other people can't help but tell everybody they know about you. Well, in a dental office, it's even more important because they come in with this preconceived checklist, which we're going over right now. And they're not thinking, check, check, check. But if all of these things kind of aren't in order, it just doesn't feel right. Okay, so they take me into a ride. I'm going, okay, it's concrete floor, and it's cold in here, and the wind's blowing from that direction. It has kind of a smoky smell, and not like a campfire, but kind of an oily, smoky, and there's steel rattling against steel, and the wind's blowing harder, and the steel noise is getting louder. It's the runaway mine train. If they can connect the left and right side of your brain, it's a great experience, okay? So don't miss the possibilities that we're talking about here about general cleanliness of the office. So they come in, and let's say you've got poison ivy in your planters outside, or your parking lot isn't striped brand new, or you come in and there's a smell. It has that oil of clove dentist smell, or you can hear that beep, high-speed handpiece in the background, or there are marks on the baseboard where the vacuum cleaner hit, or there's a coffee spot on the carpet that didn't get cleaned up. Any of those things can ruin that visit. Highest standard sterilization. In fact, there's a group called Scent, SCENT, air.com, that actually conditions air to increase retail buying. Okay? Works incredibly well. Okay? Now, up-to-date facility. Now, what they didn't say was a brand new facility. See, you're thinking that it needs to be brand new. What they said was clean carpet, smells good, fresh paint, nice landscaping. You've got to remember that if they see something like just clutter in your office, we see this all the time, walking, there's clutter, then they're thinking, okay, well, how much, if he doesn't care that much about his office, what is his detail-oriented, caring, compassion going to mean when he does dentistry in my mouth? It just doesn't work. Those first areas are the first things that happen, but they're not in order of importance. They're all important. They're all given to us by patients who choose dentists and stay with them. And so this is your checklist for marketing. I wouldn't do external marketing unless I could check off every one of the things we're going to talk about. So I'll see you in the next video. We'll talk about the next group of things of how patients judge a dentist. Thank you.